Harry Kane isn't the fastest striker in Europe. He doesn't dazzle with flashy dribbles or outrageous skills. Yet during Bayern Munich's Champions League campaign, Kane scored 14 goals and left some of Europe's best defenses in pieces. So how does a striker who doesn't rely on pace become almost impossible to stop? The answer lies in his positioning, patience, and ruthless decision-making. Instead of relying on speed, Kane reads the game, waits for the perfect moment, and strikes with clinical precision. Let's break down what makes Kane so effective, starting with the moments before the goal, where the real magic happens. Most fans focus on the finish, but the real work happens 5 seconds before the ball reaches Kane. Watch where he stands when he moves and how long he waits before making that move. Kane doesn't just attack space, he manipulates defenders until the right space appears. At Tottenham, Kane often dropped deep to create, pulling himself away from the penalty area. At Bayern, he's surrounded by players who can progress the ball, letting him spend more time in the most dangerous zones, between center-backs, behind the defensive midfielder, and inside the penalty area. His movements have become more selective. He drops deep to help create overloads, then darts back toward the box before defenders can reset. That second movement is what defenders struggle to track, and it's a key reason for his incredible goal tally. Kane's greatest weapon isn't just his shooting, it's his ability to arrive in a defender's blind spot. Center backs want to see both Kane and the ball, but Kane makes that impossible. He moves behind the defender's shoulder, waits for the defender to glance at the ball, then changes direction. By the time the defender looks back, Kane has already created separation. Sometimes it's only half a meter, but for Kane, that's enough. He also avoids entering the box too early, forcing defenders to react rather than track. This timing turns ordinary passes into high-quality chances. His patience and awareness mean he's always in the right place at the right time, making him a nightmare for defenders. The PSG match is a perfect example of Kane's mentality. Under intense pressure and with less space, Kane doesn't panic. He scans the goalkeeper, reads the defender's body position, and decides how to finish before the ball even arrives. That's the difference between shooting and finishing. Shooting is reacting. Finishing is solving the problem before your first touch. Kane keeps his body position neutral, making it hard for goalkeepers to read his intentions. He prioritizes accuracy over power, often shooting early and aiming for spots the goalkeeper can't reach. Whether it's a low corner beside the keeper's standing leg or the opposite side, Kane's precision is what makes him so deadly. Kane's influence goes beyond his own goals. When he drops toward midfield, defenders face a dilemma: follow him and leave space behind, or stay and let him receive the ball freely. If a defender follows, Bayern's attackers like Musiala can exploit the open space. If not, Kane can turn, combine, or shoot. His positioning changes the defensive structure, creating opportunities for teammates even if he doesn't touch the ball. This is why Bayern's wide attackers and midfielders benefit so much from playing with Kane. He attracts attention centrally, creating isolation and running lanes for others. The goal may belong to the scorer, but the space often belongs to Kane. Why not just assign a defender to follow Kane everywhere? Because that creates new problems. Kane is strong enough to protect the ball, technically secure in tight spaces, and smart enough to release the ball before the challenge arrives. Man-mark him and Bayern can use him as a wall pass. Leave him and he can turn. Drop too deep and he controls the area outside the box. Push too high and Bayern attack the space behind. Kane doesn't beat defenders with one dominant physical trait, he beats them by forcing defenders to choose between several bad options. That's what makes him so difficult to stop. Harry Kane's historic Champions League season wasn't built on speed or tricks, it was built on details. He stands on a defender's blind side, delays his run, scans before receiving, finishes before the goalkeeper can set, and creates space for teammates without even touching the ball. That's what the best number 9s do, they manipulate the game until the chance appears. Kane scored 14 Champions League goals because Bayern created opportunities, but he became one of Europe's most dangerous strikers because he knew exactly where those opportunities would appear. That's the true art of elite center-forward play.